Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode number 72. Because I'm bad at doing things, Sim's gonna go ahead and recap last session and introduce what we're doing for today, because I can't make a good one. Okay.
Previously on The Mysteries of Selindor. With Glass, 2 rangers, and 3 ice serpents, we set out on a 3-day journey to the wreck to collect the Zephyrite for the doctor, so that we can get to the center of the cauldron. On the way there, we encountered a few blizzards and ran from Gribb's ice giant friends, but there also seemed to be something or someone helping us out, like diverting the snow away from us. The question marks there. We also encountered a frogman who took money or items in exchange for random goods, but because we were in the middle of a blizzard at the time, we didn't linger long. Each night, I used my remaining messages, first to contact Cleary and vent my frustrations and heartbreak at him leaving the way he did, and he did not respond. And the second night, I contacted my dad to admonish him for spying when he could have just asked me to join him like a regular person, and he was a bit of a dick about that. And then the last night, just now, I sent a message to my mother, and my dad responded saying that he would get her the message and that the boy really cared about me, and hinting that I was stupid and needed to look to the moon for help getting attuned to the item that Cleary left me. Anyway, we set up camp about a mile from the wreck, and we aim to approach it in the morning, maybe after the Yeti nest has cleared out a little bit, hopefully. And maybe Glass and the lizards, if they survived, will have time to catch up to us. Because, Mitnir created like an ice shelf collapse when he was trying to attune to Light Splitter and killed one of the rangers probably, and maybe also killed Glass and the serpents. Oh, and I can't touch platinum anymore, and Grim can't touch any of the other metals.
Not any of the other metals, any of the precious metals that are used for money.
Yeah.
Except Electrum, which I don't use in my worlds. It's like I'm looking for Electrum. I'm like,
use Electrum.
Like I don't actually use Electrum.
Pennies.
I found these.
Electrum is like it's a Haygold.
I found these really
it's a
nice
super
silver
silver.
glasses, and now I can see in like things that aren't really there, or are really there but are hidden.
That is adorable, baby.
Very cute. You're such a nerd. I love it.
All right, guys. So picking up, you have all made camp more or less, or settled in for camp in the area surrounding the wreckage within the cauldron that you are meant to sort of heist or scavenge or salvage, I suppose, is sort of the operation that you have going on. However, Seti, you did just send this message to your father. So.
No, I sent it to my mom.
Well, you just sent this message to your mom.
So I had kind of bundled up and was trying to, thinking I was going to try to go to bed. And then he responds the way that he responded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Seti... she's very upset.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of tosses and turns a little bit, and there's some halves.
Kim Brapsy would like to...
I believe Dropsy still has a shield that she is attuned to that gives her really high passive perception, so she is super aware that this is going on.
We would have also switched that back.
Oh, you would have switched that back.
Before going back to bed, because it was Seti's. I was just using it to scout.
The shield doesn't require attunement.
Oh, okay.
It's just whoever's holding it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Well, in
right,
that
never
case, I
mind.
will give it back before the fight.
I think currently Seti would have it.
But if she's tossing and turning and huffing...
Yeah, sure.
Can I? Okay.
You notice. I think you notice if she's huffing audibly.
Okay. Then I will get up and scooch over to her and very gently... Can I join you? And try to sit next to her.
Sure.
What happened, sweetheart?
I tried to talk to my mom because, you know, I mean, we didn't have the best relationship, but she's still my mom, and I did leave the way I left, and I didn't say anything, and it's not the first time I tried to contact her, and I didn't think it was going to work this time either, but I don't know, I really wanted to hear her voice. It's stupid.
Oh, sweetheart, that's not stupid.
Like, I thought maybe she'd be like, "Oh, Seti, I'm so relieved to hear your voice and know that you're alive, and, you know, I'm so sorry that you're not doing great, and I miss you so much, and, you know, I love you, and I'm proud of you, and everything's going to be okay. You're my baby girl, and, you know, I'll take good care of you, and everything's going to be fine, and I'm never going to let anybody break your heart again," and all of that mom stuff. And instead, my dad answered and said he would just let her know what I said. And I know she wouldn't have said any of that stuff anyway. Even if she felt that way, she wouldn't have said it, but it would have been nice.
Oh, I am sorry, my dear, that you did not get to hear your mother. And even sorrier if she wouldn't have said all of those things. Because you, my dear, are wonderful and brave and so very strong. She would be a fool for not seeing that. Or for not saying it.
I have done some really awesome shit.
You have. You should be proud of yourself. And if I want to squeeze her a little bit. Give her a little hug.
I've just been nodding along the whole time.
But you will pull Mitnir in for a hug too.
Just like it's still like going 70 or you know however like 60, like it's part of the hug, but still like moving tokens.
Perhaps since I'm also giving Sippy a hug and like me and Mitnir were drawn close together, she's gonna look at you and be like, "You're a problem child." But I do still love you too, and I'll give him a head pat.
Yeah, we really need to talk about how many people you kill.
Oh,
for like
I
really
can't.
dumb
I
reasons.
can't.
3, 4, just kind of like not angry scowl, just like the what do you mean look, like 6, 7.
I feel like his little lizard tongue kind of flicking every now and again, like he's.
We know you don't
It's like
mean
counting
anything by
coins.
it. Speaking of which, I can't go to bed yet because there's one more thing I have to do. I gave the light splitter to Orin, I believe.
I gave it back after it didn't work for me.
Oh, okay. So I have it.
Yep.
I hate this thing so much. Fucking Cleary. I'll take it out. And I can't step outside the dome.
If you step outside the dome will collapse.
But it's translucent from the inside, so I can see out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna be like, okay, now everybody be really quiet, okay? I need to focus.
I give
Yes,
guidance for
everybody
clarity.
be very quiet. Grim has been trying to sleep, and everybody is talking about parents. And I think you are going to start chiseling again? That worked so good last time.
I'm sorry, Grim. I'm not going to chisel. There's no chiseling happening. I'm just holding it. And we're all going to be very quiet now, and you can sleep, and there will be no more noise.
Grim does not have anybody to hold because Arnie is not here. So Grim will go in the corner of circle.
Okay, good night.
You miss Ernie?
I miss Arnie a whole lot. He is the best baby.
He's a good
Grim is
Try to get
going to bed now. No more emotions.
Okay. But he's just gonna hold the chisel and the hammer. And close her eyes, looking up, and focus really hard on the moonlight across her skin and her face, and imagine that she can feel it.
Make a
Yeah, guidance. And I
just make
can
a
also.
wisdom check.
Wisdom. Not my
Yes.
best stat.
If you fail this, I'll just give you enhance ability.
And then guidance is what, a D4?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. You try to focus. Feeling of the moonlight. Try to capture that feeling that you felt earlier when you were swinging blade and hammer as one. Somehow you start to feel like this welling, but it feels just not quite right. You're not sure if it's the artificial moonlight or if it's something else, but it just doesn't quite feel right. Like something's missing.
She will bamf out the dusk shard. And just grip that for a sec. Sorry, Lady Hyacinth. Make a new pact. And she's just gonna stick that in the snow. Shake herself off. And try again without fighting so much. She's trying really hard not to think about Cleary and how much it hurts just to these things that he left her and what it means that he left them. That he's presumably had this tool and made all of those beautiful things with it and won't be making any more. She's been fighting those thoughts, and so she's gonna stop fighting that and kind of let it wash over her. And she's gonna start singing. Just a very earthy, she'll tap the hammer on the edge of the shield like a thunk, thunk. And she'll just start doing some throat singing and kind of just unleash.
I know it's kind of a moot point, but roll a performance check.
Oh boy, 12.
12. She starts.
She's crying. All right, her throat singing is not her best.
She starts thrumming boom, boom, on it, and you can hear the sort of clanging of the metal on the shield, and it just seems hollow and tangy. And as she does it, she almost looks like she's going to break down for a moment from just how she's letting her emotions flow, and then clanging it, and it just feels wrong, and then Grim just rolls over and says, "What is this? You are doing it all wrong. All of this is wrong. You're stupid. You're all stupid. What is no, you said something about the moon. You do not, you have a fake moon." And then he reaches up and he turns over and he casts Moonbeam on the dome from the outside. And you guys watch as light just appears directly above you, hitting the top of this.
I was looking right at that. You could have given a bit of warning.
And as it does, this moonlight just pours over everything, and you guys feel this sort of almost blinding light as it just tunnels up from above.
Oh.
But in this moment, there's this Everyone's sort of blinded for a second, and then as you open your eyes, you can feel like resonation, like it resonating in your hand. Like the intensity of this moonbeam and the light is hitting the chisel, and you can feel it sort of shaking.
Okay. Now what? I mean,
Now play your music better this time, says Grim as he falls asleep. Just pulls his head over. You're making bad noises.
sorry. She'll start again, but kind of like take her time about it and think it through. Less primal.
Mm-hmm. Make a performance check.
Oh my god, 15.
15. As you begin playing it, you start playing your music, and the notes aren't as hollow as they were before. Something feels more filled. And as it starts clanging, you feel this ripple almost start to form around it, this sort of toom. And then almost like this metronome hits your ears, and you remember Cleary. That night, through everything else that was happening, when you woke up and you heard that ringing sound, that rhythm. And then maybe the silence between them wasn't as empty as you thought. You begin to think harder and listen. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw. I think that's the best thing I can use for it. Or intelligence saving throw. Wisdom or intelligence, your choice.
19 for wisdom.
19. As you begin to hit it, you feel like a resonation. And then doom, 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 as it rings out. And you guys can sort of see and feel the sort of energy sort of wafting off of her as she continuously clanks it again and again. And it begins to just rhythmically ring out, and you can see a shape of her echoing all around her and just widening within the space as a sort of vroom, 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 starts pulling all around. And as she looks up and you find yourself scooping your eyes up, you look and you realize that your hands are by your side. And there's just this vroom, 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 vroom. And the moon that wasn't there before, simply a light was coming, almost formless from the artificial light. But now looking up, you see a moon getting bigger.
I reach for it. Both physically and just energetically.
Okay. I'm going to have you make me one more roll. This is just going to be a D20 plus wisdom.
Natural one. 3.
Natural one. As you
Can I
feel
cast
this,
enhance ability?
as you feel this energy waft over you, you go, fuck yes. And you reach up and you grab and you watch as a hammer appears in your hand, a chisel in the other one, and like a superhero, like Thor, light pours into it, and you slam it into the chisel on the ground, and then you slam it. As you do, a giant crack.
No, I didn't mean to!
And then you look and you're like, oh shit! And as you do, there's a pulse of light that ripples off of all of you. And as it does, you hear in the distance.
Damn it.
And you guys look and you see that this, between the moonbeam and all this energy that you've done, there's this sort of cascading sound that just echoes, and this ripple that pours out throughout the area. And as it does, you hear the sound of snow begin to shift around you.
So we did not finish our long rest. We didn't start one.
No.
But Started.
We started. Can I?
The shelf you guys are sitting on is starting to slide down the mountains. It's not even a mountain, it's kind of like a small rock structure. But you guys are now sliding down towards the sort of pit that contains the crash zone.
I'm going to immediately polymorph. Ooh, Mitnir, I guess, into a giant bird. And like grab whoever's closest. And like just hop on Mitnir's back.
Mitnir, as a giant bird, if somebody can pull up the stats for a giant bird for me.
The birds we've been was it eagles?
The giant eagle.
Yeah, giant eagles.
Yeah. He needs to do a dexterity saving throw as a giant eagle.
Which is a +3.
So just I'll roll a d20 and add 3. 22.
Okay, so as this shell starts to pull down away from you, you as Mitnir begin to slide into the snow. You're just whoo, 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 and you start to like pull yourself around, and then as you're trying to grip and find a way to move, suddenly your claws turn into wings, and you're like, oh fuck, and you just start flapping your wings against it, but you're able to pick up and get some air. And as you begin to pick up, is there anything you'd like to do? You can get yourself into the air without being swept away in the snow. But everybody else is now sliding downwards.
So the dome's still up, right?
I'll give everybody an action if they want to take one, but you are currently being swept away by a small avalanche.
So is the dome still there and just like sliding down on top of a chunk of whatever we were sitting on?
The dome remains in a fixed position.
I think.
Right.
Well,
right,
I would
so...
if I get swept out of it, then it's
right.
Fine.
Yeah.
I guess my action.
I think as it starts to slide out from under you.
Door, right? I would also, if we're doing bird mode, I would also bird to yeet us out of the vicinity.
Sure, okay, you can bird yourself, but also go ahead and make me, as a bird, the dexterity saving throw.
I guess.
Okay.
+3.
I would try and kind of look at Aaron, I guess, then? Like, I guess that would be the most realistic one. But, like, honestly, first thing would be, like, eye contact at Aaron, and then eye contact...
Or first thing first, make me a dexterity saving throw.
8.
Dropsy begins to try to transform into a bird, but as you do, you feel the snow piling onto your wings, and as you try to get free and pull them down, you find yourself sliding down with the snow, unable to get up at the moment. So you are sliding down the hill as well. You guys see the
16.
16? You're able to... You guys watch as Orin just... Snow begins to pile up on top of him, and the second it does, you see like he disappears for a second, and then he pops back up, and the next thing you do notice is you just see him sort of like half running on the snow as it's like going down the hill. He's like stumbling in and out of it, and he keeps popping back up. It's like he's half doing cool monk shit, half falling on his face.
I think I can run up walls now, right? Let me see. Is that a thing I have?
I wasn't sure. But it's a little different than running on walls because the snow is not quite material.
Walls that move.
Walls that are made of particles. Small,
I
unstable
can move
particles.
along vertical surfaces and across liquids.
And across liquids. That's the one we needed. So as he starts to stumble into it, you guys watch as he begins to disappear for a second and then pop back up, and then next thing you know, you see him just like stepping across the snow as it's moving and flooding. And he's like even running. You can more or less move freely on this because it's considered a liquid in this state.
For my action, for my round, I'm just going to do the telekinesis on Grim.
Okay, so Grim, who's like, oh shit, disappears, and you just see his tentacles just like, and then next thing you know, he just flies out and like, oh, are you okay, mushrooms? And you can see an eyeball just flipping around on his chest. Oh gosh. But yeah, you've got them pulled out. As you're running around, you sort of pulling them up, but you guys are still sliding, even as you're standing on top of the snow and like able to keep moving your feet to keep yourself above.
I'll try to go scoop him up so he doesn't have to keep dancing.
All right. Meanwhile, what are you doing, Seti? I believe you.
I used my action to
still-
polymorph Mitnir, and she's like,
And then-
Mitnir! Ah!
Yeah.
And then just swallowed by the snow. As she begins going down, you and Bropsy were snuggled together, more or less. She was the closest to you. So you and the bird are just sliding down within the snow, and you're both coming in and out. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
This is my best saving throw. 24.
24. As you begin to disappear, you pop back up, and you find yourself sliding and cocooned halfway into Bropsy's bird form. This giant eagle starts sort of like snowballing down this hill as the snow begins to pick up speed and continue down and out. There's sort of like, I wouldn't call it just like a snow cloud, I guess, from it hitting the bottom and beginning to just rise up. You guys are beginning to lose your vision as well. So with that, everybody who is successfully gotten hold of themselves, you're okay, and you have an action. So, Mitnir. Or
Mitnir, me, and Grim are basically good. Like we're out of the.
Yeah, you guys are on the top. It's still moving. This is all still moving. Like you just got picked up and it's still moving. And this is like a couple hundred yards of sliding snow.
Should we just all meet at the bottom?
You guys hear this in the ring.
I guess at this point I'd just be like gliding like with it as it's going down.
Okay. Actually, since you are in the air, and you have Mitnir, go ahead and make me a perception check. Since you're holding somebody and you're in the air, you're gonna probably have the best view.
Who is he holding?
I grabbed Arn
Orin.
so that he wasn't.
And he's sort
running
of
along.
telekinesising Mitnir. Or not Mitnir.
That's a. Well, what's the perception bonus on the bird?
That's a good question.
I
I think it's pretty good. And you might have advantage because it's based on sight. I don't know.
+9.
Any advantage or just +9?
Just +9
Perception
probably.
is +9.
All
That's
right,
pretty fucking good.
that makes it an 11.
Wow. Okay. So with the 12. So with your 12, honestly, it's not that hard to see. But I'm surprised that even with the +9, you only got a 12. So
I
as
was wrong. Sorry.
oh, what is it, 11? Okay, well, you're able to more or less make it out against the white snow, and as the clouds begin to form, you see other white shapes moving, a lot of them, off of the wreckage ahead of you. So you do clock that. Graham, on the other hand, is like flailing around. He's like, oh, it is so good to be out of the ice. And then he's looking around, and he goes, monkeys!
I'll probably telekinesis Grim up to the other bird foot.
Oh, okay. So he'll get up there, and you just feel like not even slimy, furry tentacles grip around your clawed foot. He's like, "Hey, Grim is
I
good."
can let go of the
Takes
telekinesis.
everything not to like vocally, respond to like, ah.
I feel like you probably do as an eagle when he grabs you. You probably,
No, I mean, because like I would assume it would be like hit. Oh, right, that's Grim. Oh,
Yeah.
that's Grim.
Yeah. Alrighty. Meanwhile, your fellow hunter guy is nowhere to be seen. Yet again.
Here goes another one.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I'm
he's
not the
going
only
down
one.
with Bropsy and Seti, right? So he's down there with them somewhere.
So as you guys begin sliding further down, the two of you, specifically Bropsy, you can make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, as bird. Right.
Mhm.
This time it's a 20.
20. So you're only going to take half damage because you were swept away. But as you're going to make it to the bottom, you're going to take half damage from the bludgeoning damage
Lovely.
of an avalanche. So that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As you guys swept to the bottom, there is just a fine cloud of sort of flurried snow as you guys begin to crush at the bottom. The bird takes most of the impact, and Seti, you find yourself within like almost like a sort of shell that is Dropsy in this eagle form sort of around you, and then snow all around that. You're not sure how deep beneath the snow you are, but you guys are enveloped.
But he spits.
In an igloo.
Seti spits.
Spits. And sees which way the spit falls. And then starts climbing up the other direction.
Okay, as you spit, it goes that way, and you begin climbing up the other way.
Just shoveling.
Mm-hmm.
Dropsy is this way!
Okay, so as you guys begin to pull yourselves out of the snow, the rest of you see that there are, even within the cloud, you can see the movement of bodies coming towards you from sort of all directions. You can hear a feet just sort of like moving around the vicinity.
I'm just gonna say into the ring, Mitnir, take us down. Into the hole.
Yeah. Go
As
down.
you guys fly in there with your limited visibility.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and take you to a map. I guess we'll have to change some things because a couple of you guys are not how I thought you would be.
It's your avalanche.
No, it's your avalanche, Miss Natural One. That's
Fine.
right.
I think we're gonna call that pulling a Mitnir.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on.
You did it first.
I don't even know where my birds are.
I don't have an argument for that one. I'm like, yep, I didn't do it first.
Where are my birds?
They were on the other map before he changed it.
Just like, I've just scrolled through all these birds. Or not all these birds, all these freaking pages, and I can't find a single bird. Like, dozens and dozens of pages of stuff that I've pulled recently. And I can't find my birds.
What are you
The
looking
last
for?
map we were on had the giant eagles on them.
Oh, the...
Yeah. But I have to find which map that is.
spooky one.
Oh, okay. There we go. Got him. Okay. So. That's Mitnir. This one is Dropsy. Okay. Grim. Orin. Seti. Okay. As the bird bursts out from under the snow, you guys all find yourselves in a very limited visibility space. You can barely make each other out. What would you like to do?
Do we have eyes on the guide guy?
You can make me a perception check if you would like.
I would like to.
Okay.
Uh,
Or better yet, to make this easier, let's just go ahead and roll initiative. That'll make this easier.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That way we know who's going when. And we're not just willy-nilly in this. Willy-nilly in.
Do I roll
11.
bird initiative or my initiative?
You rolled bird initiative.
Oh.
Oh my god, another natural 1.
What's that for, babe?
6. Hate this game.
I mean, it's better to roll in that one on initiative than most
I
Oh,
anything
my
else.
initiative, not the birds. 'Cause I forget how to do that as bird.
It's just a dexterity roll.
D20 plus dex.
What is bird dex?
Oh god damn.
3.
Want to say +3?
Hey, that's an 11 then.
Damn it, I can't mark off slots!
I can when you need marked off.
He needs his second level spell marked off for Moonbeam.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, so what's everybody's initiative?
6.
9.
11.
Mine is 13.
It sounds mildly appropriate for what just happened.
Oh. Wow, really? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so Grim goes first. With a natural 17. Because he's not here, it's only poetic that I roll really high for his initiative because he's always last. So, as you guys slide down the hill and you guys come to this landing, I suppose it is only appropriate that in front of him, is this what I think it is? Yeah, so as he slides in, he's going to say, "Oh shit, this is really bad." And he slides in and he's going to take his tentacled hands and he's going to begin to his hands will just turn into tentacles and start waving out, and then he just sort of pulls his hands to the side really strong and hard. And as he does, a big massive wall of wind appears between you guys and everything else. And you can see where the snow sort of makes a solid flurry in front of you. He says, "That should hold off anybody." He's going to cast Wind Wall.
What spell level?
3rd.
3rd? Okay. Probably have to refresh your screen to see the spell slots marked off.
Sorry. That's a... Wind Wall. And then, can you Wild Shape as a bonus action? No, that's an action for him. Okay. So, yeah. I don't think he really even has that many bonus actions. Right? Oh, he will Shillelagh as well. He will activate his Shillelagh. Okay. That's Grim's turn. I'm going to go ahead and draw a wall in front of you guys. Too many pages. Get back over here. And that's going to be... All right. Okay, and that's going to bring us to Orin.
All right. So I guess since there isn't really anything threatening us at the moment, I'm just gonna search for our guide buddy.
Make me a perception check or investigation check, your choice.
Yeah, they're both +4, so I'll just do perception. Ooh, 22.
22. Looking through the snow, you're up above, and I would say you probably click on your little lamp. There's kind of like a searchlight as you're up on Grim, or not Grim, Mitnir, and begin sort of looking around. And as you do, you do make out a hand sticking out of the snow. It's about 30 yards away.
I have 50 movement speed, so I'll move to it and try and dig him out or help him.
I'm going to assume that Mitnir's probably moved like 10 or 15 feet off the ground, so as you like sort of release yourself from the claw, which I assume he lets you do, then I do need you to make me... Well, you're a monk, it'll be fine. You land on the snow and just immediately start picking up and running on top of it because it's easy enough for you to do. You're not going to sink in. And then you can make it 50 feet towards him, so which is... He was about 90 feet away from you, so...
Okay, then I will use a key point and go another 50.
All right, you make it to his hand, and you can see it's sort of sticking up out of the snow. This is the hunter that was traveling with you.
And I guess I use my action to like pull him out, or
Your action was the perception check. Trying to find him out in the snow is an action.
oh, okay. I'll just grab his hand then.
Okay, sure.
I'll hold him. I'll hold his hand.
Make sure you're linked up. You ain't gonna lose him down there. Well, not at the moment, anyways. Okay,
No, I'm here.
Mitnir.
So we can't really see.
You can see that there is a solid wall has been created, and like the flurry isn't passing anymore because this wall has pretty much taken up everything in front of you. It's also like insanely wide.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of stick where I am and see if I can actually spot the Yetis, I guess that's what I do as a bird. With bird brain.
See if you can spot the Yetis, and you're flying up.
No, just kind of like, I guess maybe like 10 feet up, like not high, just a
You don't
little
have
higher.
to get that high anyways, because like honestly, the wall isn't that high. It's only like 15 feet high, so you're able to just sort of fly up a little bit. Make me a perception check if you would like to search for them.
That would be... This would be... Do that. So... 16 plus 2? So 18?
18. Through the flurry, you do make out that there are 1, 2...
Perception is +9, I think, on the bird, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, perception plus 4.
Yes.
So, what'd I say, 18, 20?
Okay, yeah. Looking through the snow, though, yeah, you can make out dozens of Yetis that are just shapes mostly, but you can sort of see them moving and sort of running across the ice and snow in all directions, sort of like skirting around this. You see a few of them are on their way towards the wall that has just been erected. It's a cat off.
For now, I'm just gonna kind of like hover, right? You know, flap backwards a little bit to just kind of stay in one spot and just kind of point towards like the largest cluster.
Okay. Okay. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bropsy.
Are we out of the snow yet?
I mean, you guys are... You are, I would say, still in the snow. So you could use half your action to get completely out of it, or like half your movement to get completely out of it, because you're not buried anymore. Seti was digging you guys out of that.
Okay.
You're just quasi-buried.
Getting out of the snow is priority.
All right, so using half of your movement, you're able to shake it off, and as you do, you sort of see this wind wall that is formed in front of you, just filled with snow and the rest of the flurried mist. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I would like to ideally grab Sethi and fly to wherever the boys are.
They're just right to the left of you, only like 20,
Oh.
20 or so feet away from you.
Okay.
Everybody is
Can I
really
see
close. You
them?
can see that Orin has run a distance away. Speaking of which, I will have you go this direction. So let me move these boys. Oh, you would be off the map in this direction over here. Saw where I was pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
So you're perfectly capable, as long as she's not resisting you, of picking up Seti and taking her anywhere you would like to go. So
No, yeah, I just wanted to meet up with the boys.
yeah. So I mean, you're more or less right next to them,
Mm-hmm.
except for you're not sure where Orin is. Is there anything else? Still have half your
No.
movement and action and bonus action.
I mean, I don't. I'll also look around. What do I see? Do I see all the
what
Yetis?
context is there's you're aware that there's movement going on around you. You're pretty sharp as this bird, and everyone else has sort of made it out. So you're aware that you guys are getting surrounded. It's not looking good, and you do not have bird brain. You've got Bropsy bird. Well, you have bird brain, but it's your normal
Appropriate
bird brain. Your normal bird brain.
So, we would ideally like to vacate the premises, right?
Entirely up to you.
I can't talk to anyone because I'm a bird.
You are, in fact, a bird.
Can I hold an action to grab somebody and fly away?
Movement is... if you're grabbing ahead of time, you can... Yeah, dash is an action.
I was
so you can prepare your action
Sethi.
to dash.
Okay.
So yeah, you've already grabbed Seti. Did you want to fly at all and take her? Like, you can move your bird, by the way, which is the bird on the right. So you have half of its movement to take whatever direction you would like. If you want to prepare your action to dash under circumstances, you need to give me what those circumstances are ahead of time.
Okay, I will hold action to dash the second somebody says, let's go, or where we go.
So as soon as somebody from your party indicates that you're leaving. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. That is fair enough. Seti.
Alright, so I have been grabbed by Brapsi, and I can see the Mitnir bird has Grim. Orin is nowhere in sight.
You can make a perception check to try to find Orin.
But that would be my action, right?
That would be your
rings,
action in this flurry.
Weren't we just talking on the rings?
I mean, yeah, you guys got the rings.
You could talk in the ring, ask me where I am.
Yeah, is everyone okay? Where is everybody? Orin?
Free action to talk.
Do I respond now?
You can respond now if you want. It's just, this is within the 6 seconds, so go for it.
I'm just grabbing our guide.
Okay, we need to get out of here. There's too much heat. We have to get out.
Okay, I'm to the
I'm already
west.
I'm concentrating on polymorph, so I can't do anything else.
I guess that's the west. I don't know.
I'll just be like, oh, but we don't know where Orin.
I guess I'll just say I'm like 80 feet to the left of Mitnir Bird.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna just lean in. Robsy, we have to get Orin and the other hunter. And then we have to get out of here.
I will do that then.
I guess.
So you begin to fly away in the direction of. Just move yourself where you want to, in the direction you kind of want to go for me.
So
Just-
wherever.
Like I'll just
Orin
point
is.
like roughly where, like
Yeah, he's about
somewhere
that
to the
way.
left of me.
Woo!
Yeah,
I'm
so
off
you
the
guys
map,
begin.
but I am in that
Yeah, you guys are off the map. So as you guys begin to fly away, that's fair enough. Okay. As you guys begin to fly away, you hear the sounds of these creatures trying to go through this wall and just what I'm trying to look at the rules again real quick. Anyways, sure. As it tries to they pass through the wall, they all hit it, and you guys can hear just the sounds of bodies just hitting this wall of like snow flurry and ice, and you can hear the sounds of bodies colliding into each other, and then you can hear as one of them bursts through the snow and begins charging towards you guys. You see dozens of Yetis just bursting through and swarming through the area, whereas others are stuck on the wall itself. And then as you guys begin to take off and lift from the area, you suddenly see a beam of light about maybe a few 100 feet away, as light shoots almost like a beam straight at these Yetis, and it collides into like a group of them and cuts through the wall of wind. And then there's just this moment where you guys are just watching it as like what looks like some strange figure just starts shooting lasers out of its face. And then you see a lot of these Yetis begin to turn and split off, and you hear like yelling from all directions. You see this massive, oversized Yeti pointing, and as he does, several of the Yetis split off and begin chasing after. And you see more of these beams of light shooting off in a direction. You can see like tussling snow, and for Seti, because of your shield. Or whoever has the shield, would also make out the end of a lizard tail cresting over the edge of the other side
You
of the
still have
divide.
a 20 passive perception without the
Yeah,
shield.
that's what I just said.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. You saw that.
So yeah, like it's glass, and the lizards, they're here. We have to help.
You can see that they are taking off. Okay. So with that, I'm going to put it back at the top of the order with Grim, who's like, "Oh, okay. I assume we are running. I will grab that one." And he sort of reaches out as he's going to prepare his action to pick up Orin and the other guy if he can, when Mitnir is close enough with his tentacles.
I think my response to as he's saying that is just like head tucks underneath, looking at him, just like bird going, huh?
We get to pick them up. We go. So that's going to be Grim's turn, is to prepare that. Orin.
I will pull our friend out of the snow.
As you start pulling him out of the snow, he looks up and he's like, "Ew, not what I was expecting." He is very weak,
Then
but conscious.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll just like throw him over my shoulder or something.
Okay.
Fireman carry.
Sure, that'll take your action, but it's easy enough to pull him out. As you do, Mitnir and Grim will swoop up and grab you, and you'll feel. So you get him out of the snow, and the second you pretty have him up, you put him over your shoulder. Next thing you know, you feel him and yourself lifting, as these like sort of like furry tentacles grip around your body and just lift you up into the air. So you're all picked up now. Bropsy, it is your go. I assume you flew that direction,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I still can follow directions. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I think when Seti said that we had to get out of here, Dropsy's held action would have triggered.
Well, yes, that did trigger. She flew
Yeah.
So that
in the direction of you.
Is this the
80.
next round?
80
This is the next round of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So you
this is
caught
the
up
second.
to us, and now we can fly out, basically.
Mm-hmm. But are we just abandoning glass?
You guys did just hear what Seti said about glass, though.
No, I said, like, we have to help. That's Glass.
Was he up top or down below?
He is on the other side. So you saw the lasers. You can't make out exactly where it is, but if you guys will back up on the map because it's in darkness, it was all the way on the other side of the map from you.
Hmm.
Is this map all on the same level, or is it like angled up?
Multiple levels. There, it's hard to say, but he was probably about 80 feet higher than you.
Okay, so we still have to fly up anyway.
Yeah, if you want to go in that direction.
Was he alone, or were there others with him?
I said lizard.
You couldn't see much of what was there. You saw the tip of a lizard's tail cresting over the peak. But you can see that. Make me an intelligence check. Orin.
10.
10. I would say that it's even still be easy enough with your mind to sort of make out that he is. It doesn't look like he's in trouble so much as he's making trouble.
Okay. I mean, we should probably fly in his direction anyway.
Mm-hmm.
In case he needs help getting out.
My turn.
All right, so as you guys begin to fly over in the other direction, you get a little bit of height. I'm just going to move some of these boys in here. What appears to be a large number of these little boys seem to be running and chasing in the opposite direction. Whoops, that's the wrong thing.
Oh my god, the Yetis have wild shape.
They are wild shape.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for these exact circumstances. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal the area because it's just going to be easier for you guys to know what you're doing. There's more than what I have here. But
Oh, boy.
there's the wind wall, is the yellow mark, and then let me pull Orin back over with Grim and them. Over here in this direction, these little guys are running in the opposite direction of you, up the mountain side,
Glass?
or the cliff side. Glass seems to be leading them away from the wreckage.
Mm.
So is that an appropriate number of what's left, or is that just representation?
What's left, that's a more or less appropriate number, except for like these guys up here seem to be heading that way. And
So the big one is that the ship wreckage?
that's the ship wreckage.
Oh, I didn't realize we were that close.
Oh yeah. Like
We
that
ended up being like 100 feet away.
after sliding into the crevasse from the snow. Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
So, sorry about that. So, Seti, Propsy, you guys are kind of acting in tandem, but more or less, this is what's going on. I will say, Mitnir and Propsy, since you guys are flying, I will give you, now that you can see the map, a chance to decide where you're going and move there. And if you want, if you're chasing after Glass, that means that that's basically a race at this point. So we'll have to change locations.
Well, I don't think we need to do that, right? 'Cause he's
It's
clearing
entirely up to you.
Lead. Steti's just going to lean into the rings. We need to lead them in the opposite direction. We can split up the Yetis and then circle back and get to the Zephyrite.
If we just fly over it, I might be able to telekinesis enough in one swoop.
I'd like to get to the big Yeti further away first.
You're getting some bucking type motion from it. You're just kind of like trying to start dive bombing, like yeah, like.
Entirely up to you guys how you want to handle it.
I
But
have no
I
idea
need
how
a
scary
decision.
a Yeti is, so...
Nope. Nobody does, really.
We fly within 60 feet of the wreckage, and I can see some Zephyrite. I can telekinesis up to 1,000 pounds of an object. So I see like a huge chunk. I try to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Curious. Can you telekinesis a living thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He's been doing a lot of it. Some would say he abuses it.
Well, I mean, like, unwilling. Like,
Yes,
not a part.
they would get a saving throw versus.
Telekinesis the big Yeti out of there.
Because it's like a grapple type thing then.
Ooh, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeet
yet.
it.
Starbuck, you're driving me insane. Shut up.
What's she doing?
He's just meowing nonstop.
She's not being a peaceful basket baby?
No, she's a goblin.
Okay, I can telekinesis a huge or smaller creatures.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But he
So
weighs
Anyways.
1,001 pounds.
I would do an ability check with my spellcasting ability versus a strength
I'll
check
have to
from
lock you in the
them.
closet.
So what do you all right. The two people that have a decision to make are currently Bropsy and Seti. You're aware of the circumstances, and I would say give an in-character suggestion if you would like, as to that could happen reasonably within like a few seconds of speaking, Orin, for what they can hear in their bird forms. For your suggestion on what to do, and then we'll just take it from there. Because I don't want too much planning in the middle of a situation like this.
You know, my suggestion or theirs?
Yeah, well, yours. You were making the suggestion just now, and you could say that into the ring real quick if you'd like, as an in-character thing, whatever you think you could say in 3 seconds. But
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. It's like if we get close enough, I can telekinesis the Zephyrite and we can just go.
yeah, so you guys get about half of that within that time. So it's like I can telekinesis. You guys can get close enough. That's pretty much what you get.
Yeah, and Seti basically already responded that, like, I'd like to get the big Yeti farther away first.
So you get 2 different situations. That's what you've got, Bropsy and Mitnir.
Okay.
Go.
So Mitnir has Arnon.
Mitnir has Orin and Grim and
You've just got me.
I don't know if it's Pack or Tell. So one of them's dead.
Pack's the one that died.
Oh, so it's Tell.
What? Oh, right. Okay.
So,
The guide. Okay.
Minier's gonna
Can I?
fly closer.
You're not gonna give me one of the boys?
He said get closer.
Yeah, he's just following the words of the guy who's riding. He's
Okay.
scary.
I
So he
guess
started-
I will try to lure Big Boy away.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
Uh,
scared.
I'm closer in that direction, so I'm just ditching.
How
a
would
little
you
bit of
like to
height
go
and
about this luring? That's my question.
Get close enough to him where I have his attention, first of all.
All right, so you fly over the wall and get relatively close, so you can move yourself, track your distance.
Just do what birds do best and try and poop on them. My car is currently covered in that damn stuff.
And how close are you going to get to the Yeti?
Like I said, I want to have his attention.
I want to know
So,
how close you plan to get to the Yeti. That's all I'm asking. Is how close you're getting to him. How high off the ground are you, and how close are you getting to him?
If you get
don't
closer than
know.
like 60 feet, said he's gonna be like, no, not too close. I said away.
I mean, you're
Well,
currently 60
We're
feet.
currently 60 feet, and he's getting closer. Okay, I guess I will try to just like fly past, like go here, and then
Uh-huh.
veer off.
Okay.
I will attempt that.
How many feet can you
He's
fly
gonna
in
be like,
around?
Fuck, I don't. I
80.
think 80.
Okay, well, just, you still got an action and a bonus action that you can do. For
Well, Minier's like going now.
No, I'm just. I only moved like 20 forward. I'm right above like the wind wall. I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not going fast. I am carrying 3 people. I'm just kind of like coasting.
Mhm.
Well, that's why you should have given me.
He doesn't know that.
Okay. Well, I'm.
And he's a bird.
I'm an actual bird brain.
He's an actual bird right now.
Oh yeah, he did get
He just-
polymorph.
Yeah, he got polymorph. He don't know what the fuck. He heard go to that thing, and he understands enough to go to the thing.
Okay.
He just fucking hates that.
Okay. So if I go here and then over here, that would be 80. So I go
Mhm.
here, and
Mhm.
Can I
What would-
do anything?
I
Can I
don't
do
know.
anything like draw aggro specifically?
Go ahead and
Can I
make me an
pick up a
intimidation
rock
check.
before I?
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh,
Just use your
we're gonna
regular
die.
intimidation because I don't know what.
Just give us a threatening.
9.
9. You go, and it's like so drowned out by the storm. He's like just like you begin flying towards him, and you go.
I was
That's
hoping like I could pick up a rock and try to throw it at him as I drive by.
okay. Well, you're a bird carrying a person, so
Hey,
you're gonna have a
Bassetti.
hard time finding a rock in the snowstorm, and you're gonna have a hard time picking
Fair
it up
enough.
as a bird, and
Okay.
definitely an even harder time
Okay.
throwing it.
Okay, fair enough. Then that's all I can really do. I attempt to drive by and I see if I get his attention.
All right, so you're gonna yell at him and swing by. Meanwhile, I'll let City. You're just kind of having more or less in tandem because you're right afterwards.
Yeah.
I imagine Eldritch Blast as you pass over.
That works.
Yeah.
So first one is a 18 to hit.
An 18 to hit?
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Let me go to his character sheet or his whatever it is, because I haven't had a chance to look in a while. Trying to help you guys figure out how to get around. Yep, that hits.
Okay, so they both hit because the second one was a 23. So that is 8 points of force damage and then another, so 18 total.
$18 total points of damage. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So as you hit into it, it slams in his chest and goes. And then we're going to move on to the Yeti's turn. So put yourself where you currently are. Where you would be, please. Nikita and Seti.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know where you are.
I did my drive by up there, and then I yeeted up there.
Okay. And then if you'll just give yourself a height.
Um,
The wall was 15 feet high, so I imagine you were at least 15 feet high.
probably 30.
30 feet.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you're 30 feet off the ground. How high are you, Mitnir?
That's
About
40
30
feet,
also.
30 feet also?
I figured if I
cool.
went up over the wall, I would have cleared it.
All right.
Plenty.
Let me see. How
Last thing I need to do is
Oh,
drag
yeah.
like Aaron through the.
As you guys hit him with these Eldritch Blasts, he goes, and he turns and he fists down, begins chasing you guys. Let me see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How much does he get? Okay, so he's just going to slam onto the ground, grab onto the rocks, and go. And he's going to use a cold breath. I need you both to make Constitution saving throw.
Woo!
14.
Failure.
Okay.
21.
21.
Natural 20, though.
Natural 20. So you're going to take a half damage. So, Sam, you take 32 points of cold damage.
Woof.
And Ropsy, you take 16 points of cold damage.
I do maintain my concentration, however.
Woof.
Nice.
22 on my con save.
Nice. So, good. That is that Yeti's turn. And then these guys.
I have to get rid of it.
Ropsy, are you still a bird?
How dare you?
Wait, how hard was the hit?
16?
Hmm? It was 32 points of cold damage for the first person who got hit. All right, so you're gonna, from this guy, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. The bird, Mitnir.
That's got +1. That's 20. Dirty 20.
20, nice. So as he does that, you feel like a sort of like chilling sensation like running through your body as its eyes meet yours, but you shake it off and you just and keep flying. Meanwhile, the rest of them go and just begin like slamming on the ground. They will hold their turn to attack if something gets within range. This guy and this guy, they sort of like get below you and start like jumping up and down. These two are gonna follow. Well, that one, I guess just one would follow that guy. These guys will stay on you. So these guys are chasing. All right, that is the Yeti's turn. These guys are gonna keep running. And then for the last three, I'm going to roll and see if they pay attention or not. No. 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 Okay, they're all gone. Easy enough. They're all chasing. So you guys are just left with those six. Grim's turn. You're going to say, my hands are very full right now. He's going to hold you guys because he's currently being held and holding two people. His hands are full. He can't do anything. So you know what he's going to do? He's going to activate his.
Can't he like use
Symbiotic
tentacles
entity.
to put us on top of the bird?
He can make a strength check to attempt to do that, but honestly, he's probably using all of his strength just to hold you guys up. Just carrying two people. 16 plus that's 9. You know what? He's gonna pull one of you up. You, Oren. He's gonna start to pull you up, and the other one he's still hanging his tentacles. Like, eh. So you're in the point where you could climb up if you wanted to, as opposed to just dangling.
Okay.
And that'll be his action, just because it's really hard to carry you guys. Oren, is your turn.
So I'll use some of my movement to climb up.
Mhm.
And I guess for my action, I will activate telekinesis. Lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. Currently, with the wreckage the way that it is, it's hard to make out what would be your target material. So you would have to do an investigation check as an action to try to find something while this is going on.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be next turn's action probably then,
Okay.
because I use an action to cast telekinesis.
The other guy is like, "What are we looking for?" He's just kind of like half frozen there. He tries to make a perception check, but fails. Mitnir, what are you doing flight-wise?
I'm gonna drift another 20 feet, just towards the wreckage, like right
Okay.
there, I think.
Sure.
And because they're following, I'm actually gonna go up like 10 feet. So like as I'm drifting, just kind of glide
Nice.
up.
Cool. All right. That's going to put us at Seti and Bropsy. So Bropsy, where would you like to fly?
Well, I realized that I was taking damage against Bropsy's health, not the bird's health.
Ah. Well, you took 16 points of bird damage.
And also with the avalanche, that would have knocked me out of bird.
Ah.
I could have instantly re-upped it, but
Not during your not when it's not your turn.
that's fair. That's fair.
So you would have first fallen from the sky 30 feet. So I need you both to make me a dexterity
I
saving
would
throw.
use my reaction to do Featherfall.
Okay, so she burns a reaction to Featherfall. So you guys fall to this position here. Well, I'll move you ahead a little bit because velocity. Physics. So you have landed on the ground, but you do not take any damage. Which is good. However, you are on the ground, and they are running your direction. So, what are you doing, Bropsy? You're re-upping into a bird? Because I believe that's...
I think that's the smartest thing.
I think that's...
Right?
Is that an action? I think that's an
Otherwise
action
we're
for
gonna
you, right?
die. No, it's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, I guess you just land on the ground, retransform into one, pick her up, and start
Unless
flying
Sadie
again.
objects, yeah, that's the plan. Do that and dash.
All right, go ahead and spend your slot.
Just imagine the same, like, pick me up, pick me up.
I should get hit. So you guys get hit by the cold breath, and then you begin slow falling. And as you do, you see Bropsy turn back into herself, and then just immediately turn back over, like sort of grab you with her own hand and pull you in. And as she transforms again, she just keeps flying and picks back up off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
In just one swift movement. You don't even touch the ground on your way through. Seti, would you like to do anything as you're being...
Well, that changed things and then it unchanged things. So,
I mean, there was just the order in which things happened.
but
seemed to work.
that was all the movement she got. We didn't really get any further ahead of the Yeti.
No. Well, no, you can keep moving because that was the action.
She still
Bonus
has her
action.
full movement.
She still has her full movement, which is 80 feet.
80. Yeah.
So you're going to take that full movement?
Probably.
All right, so that's going to be a height. It's like a steep cliff face going up, so you're going to be going...
Mm-hmm.
30 of that is going to be straight up for 60 feet to even move forward.
Okay.
So that would be...
Can we just use the last 20 to just go straight vertically? Like, we don't have to, like, vertical distance is as good as horizontal distance.
All right, so I've got you at 80. I got you at
We're
80
we're
feet
80
up.
away from the Yeti, wherever it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, more than that.
Yeah, you're well more than 80 feet away from it.
Okay.
So you see he's just... and it's like slamming his big hulking arms against the ground.
And I guess I will do another Eldritch Blast to keep his attention.
Okay.
First one is a nat 20.
Nat 20, roll damage.
18 points.
Cool.
Second one's an 18 to hit, which I believe hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 points.
Nice.
The non-crit was almost as much damage as the crit.
Yeah, I rolled max on that one. And then I have bonus action. I'm already good. Since
So
it's
as you fire it off, it like crashes straight into the side of his face, and he just...
I'm too far away from anybody else, so I will play. I'll do some throat singing for Bropsy's song and inspire Bropsy.
Yeah, she begins to like just... I don't know exactly what her song
I
is,
don't
but
know if I've ever actually had this before.
as it kind of just like... gives you an inspiration die,
What is it, a D6 or a D8?
D8.
which you can use at any time and add it to your roll, right?
Ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw.
There you go. So, that's that. It's the Yeti's turn. Well,
How much is gonna hack us this time?
let's see. That's a good question. Recharge is on a 6, so I do need to roll to recharge its breath attack. Oops. 5. I do believe it is only on the 6, right? Go this thing. Recharge on the 6, so you don't have to worry about that again. That's nice. But he is going to, because he's still pretty pissed by you guys, he is going to start climbing the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Which its movement speed and climb speed are both the same. Just gonna go. It's gonna go 20 feet here and then 20 feet up, climbing up onto the rock face.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are 60 feet in the air. So he is going to grab a rock and try to throw it at you. Let me make an intelligence check for him as well. Intelligence is pretty bad. But he rolled a natural 19. So he's just gonna... He gets up there and he's gonna throw a rock at you. It's gonna be improvised attack. Alright, that is an 18 to hit the bird.
That hits.
Okay. Should do that without that full damage. Oof, 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So this thing clobbers into you. And then he's going to... and he's going to gesture his other compatriots to chase the rest of them. So this guy's going to turn around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And these guys are also going to climb this and go up onto the wreckage. And just because they can't really do much except for get there and start climbing up and trying to get in your guys' way. There's like, and you can see like inside there's like nests and everything in this thing, and you can see that there are multiple sizes of other Yetis inside the structure. So they're just defending it. So last Yeti's turn. Grimm's turn. So Grim doesn't have to carry you anymore. He's going to use his one free hand to cast a spell of... Oh, hell yeah. He's going to cast Flaming Sphere at, honestly, he's just going to cast it at 2nd level, I think. No, he's going to keep it 2nd level for healing slots. He'll cast it at 4th level. He's going to cast it at 4th level. So if he'll mark off a 4th level spell, and he's going to cast Flaming Sphere. Because that's good. Yee, 46. 60 foot, 5 foot diameter. Yep, so he's going to put that sucker... right there. Well, not right there. Hold up. Right there. Next to those boys. Which is any creature is a turn within 5 feet of the sphere. Wait, so when it appears, does it do anything? Can you decipher that for me? Sorry, it's just spells I'm not familiar with. When it appears, should it also do the damage? Or is it just...
If you hit someone with it, like if you put it on someone's space, yes.
Oh, okay, so he's going to put it on the space of one of these guys then. There's no reason not to. So he'll put it on the space of this one. Whoops. Jesus Christ, this is such a pain in the ass.
And then on subsequent turns, you can move it as a bonus action, and if you hit it into something, it stops moving, and then the thing takes damage.
Such a
So
pain
put
in the
it
butt.
in the way for passive, stick it on their head for immediate.
Wait. I'm confused. Sorry. If you put it directly on somebody, it dissipates it?
No.
It just stops its moving.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to land on there, and it's going to be fire.
The likelihood is any creature you hit with it, right? They're going to move their next turn, so they wouldn't end their turn close to it.
Yeah, on the creature's turn, they don't take damage unless they end their turn in the sphere.
Yeah, okay, so that first one's going to take damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, jeez. Whew. Sorry, it's just so much. Do you think you would have a better chance on... can you just, like, roll his damage for me?
Yeah.
Or his dexterity saving throw?
You want me to roll the sphere damage?
Yeah, sphere damage, please. Thank you.
8.
8. Okay. Did you roll it as at 46?
Yeah, we got 2 ones in there.
Jeez. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage to that Yeti. Not really that much. But as it pops up, you watch as the Yetis, they see the fire, and the other one like bursts into flame for a moment. This sphere appears on him. He goes, and the other ones go. They are afraid of the fire. So that is Grim's turn. Okay. Orin.
All right, I guess this round I am going to look for the Zephyrite.
Okay. Make me a investigation check or perception check.
16 investigation.
16 investigation. The fire lights the area up as this sort of sphere appears. And you see that the Yetis are scared and frightened. the back end of the ship appears to have a small cache of glowing blue light coming from underneath it, but there's nothing that you can directly see from where you are.
Okay, so I will try to direct Mitnir to the back of the ship. Like fly,
It looks like it's underneath and at the back, if that
fly
helps.
to the back of the ship. That'll be my command.
Your command. Mitnir, it is your turn.
Hold on.
I love the order of this stuff, though, because for the first time ever, it's like you tell somebody to do something and then it's their turn. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, you got lucky.
Chaos die.
Yeah, so I'll do it again. I'll just drift, like that way about 20 feet. Kind of above the flaming, where the flaming orb is.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Easy enough. Is that it?
Yeah.
Nice. Propsy. This thing continues. You are flying. You seem to be currently out of its range, but it was climbing after you and just told its fellows to go attack and defend the ship.
Mm-hmm. Does that you want to tell me to do anything? Or am I just going to go off by instinct?
I mean, you can... Entirely up to you what you want to do.
We could join them and I could put down a firewall, but...
You'd have to break your bird
Exactly.
to put down a firewall.
Just keep
so
him
it's
busy.
either we keep...
We want to keep him distracted. Give the others an opportunity.
Okay. Then I will just get a little distance from him. And see if I can heal myself.
Yeah, you should just be able to heal yourself by spending a cure wounds, I think?
No.
Whatever the feature is.
I think it's 1d8 per level of spell slot you or something like that.
Yeah, it's basically that's what I was saying. You burn a slot, like a first level spell slot. Or more. Depending on what you do.
I actually use cure wounds.
Is it plus something?
Oh, I just don't get my spellcasting modifier. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'll heal that. Hopefully, he won't one-shot me.
Cool. How high are you up? You continue to climb in height?
I mean, I want to hug the mountain so we don't, plummet to our death if I get knocked out.
Gotcha. So you're kind of just... Okay, fair enough.
Then
All
I
right.
do want to be somewhere 100 feet away from him. I don't know how far her Eldritch Blast goes. Or
120 feet. So you could be much higher than this.
Okay.
And you could also fly just out this way if you wanted to, and just be out of his range except for rock throwing. So it's up to you. You could do that, or you could just keep climbing up this side.
That he's basically saying, we want to draw him away further.
Uh-huh.
So you guys want to just leave the map?
Busy.
I'll just stay over there then.
Reveal what's left, which is not a lot. Dude, reveal area, please. Thank you. So you just get a little higher. A little higher.
Is that Propsy's turn?
Mm-hmm.
What is my vision like this high up?
You can see him chasing after you, climbing up after you. and then you can sort of see the fire makes it significantly easier to see over. Specifically in this area, you can see the ball of just flames that is currently enveloping this one Yeti. And then you can also see like the general shape of the ship because it's lit up. And you can see the Mitnir bird flying about 30 feet above them or 40 feet above them.
And how many Yetis can I see in the wreckage? Like just the 4 lit up by the flames?
Should be 5 because there's one under the bird.
Yeah, one's under me.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah, I lean over Propsy and I'm like, just keep him busy, alright? And then I'm going to dimension door onto the other side of the wreck. Like over here.
Okay. Move yourself.
Oh boy.
And I want to immediately stealth. And try to sneak into the wreck if I can ascertain where there might be Zephyrite.
At the current position to where you are, make us to stealth. I think it's an action to stealth if you're not a rogue, or is it a bonus action to hide? I don't. Maybe it's still just bonus action. I don't know what it costs to hide.
Yeah. I mean, basically, if I move, I will try to do it quietly, is what I'm saying, I guess.
Okay. But in action, in order to hide, is an action to do so.
All right.
So.
Well, I already used my action to dimension door.
Correct.
So I guess. I mean, I don't know what the wreck looks like from this side, what I can see.
So looking down, you're kind of above it on like a little cliff face, and about 20-foot drop to the upper deck of the back of the ship.
Okay.
Which is broken apart into mini pieces.
Right. So with my movement, can I start to... Does it look like there's a place for me to climb down?
It looks like slick, icy rock.
Well, wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can teleport yourself directly onto the deck if you want. Anywhere you can see.
Yeah, I thought this was of level with the...
Nope, that's fine. The map's not going to be perfect.
Okay, so yeah, just onto the deck then.
Sure.
And yeah, I guess I'll just start creeping around looking for any evidence of Zephyrite.
Sure.
Perhaps he's gonna have one final before she dies.
So, as you disappear, and Propsy is left sitting there, we're going to take the Yeti's turn real quick. He sees he's going to attempt to... Wait, where are you at? You're at... I don't know why it won't update, but I think you're at 100 feet. He's going to climb 40 feet up. That puts him at 60. And then he's going to climb another 40 feet up, and that's going to put him right on top of you.
Oh boy, that was 80. I was 120 away.
I was trying to get you up to... I mean, you can be above the mountainside, but I thought you wanted to be relatively close to where...
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if he's not in range to climb where he can actually reach you this turn, then I'm just gonna not do that. So, so it's up to you, like, where you want to be. But so he sees you go up there. He sees she's teleporting, and then you keep flying away. So he's saying, "Fuck this!" He goes, and he turns back and looks in the direction of everything else. 40.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna leap off of it, go back here.
I can't tank it if I have 26 HP. I have no range attacks. I can't do this by myself.
Taunt it.
Mm-hmm.
How?
And he's gonna climb He's gonna dash the rest, and he's just gonna get close enough to this. How
Oh.
far are you? You're 40 feet up,
Mhm.
but you'd be 40 feet above the wreckage, is what you wanted to be, right?
Right, I would have stayed like kind of elevated above the same height.
Gotcha. And he's gonna also do a d6. He does not get his breath back, and every single one of those guys is just gonna throw something at you. Okay, so. Because they ain't just going to sit there and watch while you fly over them. They're all going to throw shit at you. He's about 30 feet below, a little bit over 30 feet below you, 35 feet below you in general. So that is 3 hits and 2 misses from what they're throwing at you. Okay. That's 3 points of bludgeoning, 6 points of bludgeoning, and 6 points of bludgeoning.
So 19.
19 total points of damage.
15, isn't it?
15 total points of damage. I don't know. 3,
6 and 6.
3, 6, and 6. 15 total points of damage.
15.
I forgot what I said immediately after I said it. I was just willing to agree with whatever you said.
I think I added another. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I got to 19.
Yeah, so he's over there. He just like launched himself across, just with a crazy amount of agility, just like barreling through the snow. Gets himself up, gets himself close to the berg with all these people dangling off him, and just starts roaring. And as he does, we'll go ahead and take our break. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. I know this is kind of chaotic. We haven't run combat in a while, and we're doing it with one of our players missing, so it's going slow. Sorry about that. But hopefully we'll be able to pick it up a little bit when we get back.
All right.
Okay. And we're back, guys. Hopefully we'll still be alive. So, as we begin the round over, it is Grim's turn. Oh, and the Yeti would take damage for being the thing. How much damage does he take? Or no, he needs to make a con save, right? Or dex saving throw. I don't know. How much damage does he take?
Oh, let me roll. Where's the button? 4. Nope, next level 46. Well, that's a better roll. 17.
17 damage. My question is, so if any of them in their thing within 5 feet of it, they just take it?
If they
Or they
end
have-
their turn,
They have to make the dex saving throw. Gotcha. So he succeeded the dex saving throw, he takes half damage. Thank you. Sorry, I just got so lost.
so like 8. I think it's half.
Yep, 8 points of damage. It's fire damage, so he's like, he puts out the flames. Now it's actually Grim's turn though. So Grim is going to do something. I guess he's going to use his bonus action to move the flaming sphere into a creature.
Yep, you can do that.
So he's going to ram it into the first one that he burned. Ooh, fails. If you roll damage for me again.
13.
13. He's crisping up. And then we will have him just do... He wants to save his spells, because he's thinking this isn't that bad, I think. He's going to throw down a... He guess he can probably... Oh, he's like 30 feet up. Never mind. He didn't do much of anything. He's going to cast Cure Wounds on the guy. Mark off a level 1 slot. So you can cast a Cure Wounds on the ranger.
Okay. You want me to roll it or?
No, it doesn't matter.
He now has 2 hit points, his maximum.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how much HP he has. It's fine. Okay. That's going to put us at Ornster.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, I know roughly where the blue glowy bit is. Can't quite see it from up here. So I was thinking I was gonna do the grapple hook around the bird's torso and then swing down.
Okay. So pretty much just doesn't. That's not going to take an action or anything. Just because you could literally just jump down. So I'm going to call that flavor.
I'm just not landing though. I'm swinging down
Oh.
with the grapple hook. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna hopefully telekinesis the blue glowy stuff and then go back up.
All right. As you hang down far enough, and you use the aquam to like whip your way down and like lower yourself. You pass by. Yeah, you're gonna pass by in range of 2 of the Yetis. Like,
Okay.
so you are gonna get an attack on you.
Only when I leave, not when I enter.
Well, they're up on the thing, so when you go down, you would be passing them, right?
Oh, okay. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're up on the structure and you're going below the structure.
Yep.
So they would each get an attack on you.
Okay.
Neither one of those is gonna hit. No way in hell.
Okay. So I will try to telekinesis.
Okay, well, as you get down there, past her, and you're hanging, you're looking into the space, you see what looks to be a broken section of hull and mechanisms surrounding what looks to be a large crystal that is blue. It looks to be about 8 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Solid crystal. And it is embedded into the ship via bolts and mechanisms.
Okay.
So that is what you see as you get down there.
I'm gonna try and rip it out with the telekinesis.
Okay, make me an intelligence check with proficiency. See if you can wrench it out.
19.
19. You start to pull it, and as you do, you can feel like the intensity of the strain on the bits of metal that are holding this crystal in place. You know you can't lift this thing as one chunk. Whatever it is beyond your weight capacity to lift this as one chunk. But you think that if you pulled a little bit more, you could probably dislodge it from the side of the ship.
Okay. I mean, I don't need the whole thing, so I'll take what I can get.
Well, it's in one piece, so
I mean, if I
break
tear
it.
a piece of it, that's fine with me. Like, if it breaks when I'm trying to yank it out, that's okay.
Okay. Is that your action?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, anything else? Or you're just hanging and looking for solutions at the moment?
Well, I currently have the telekinesis on the object,
Mm-hmm.
so I will just go back up out of range of the Yetis from hitting me.
Okay, their reaction is already used, so they're not going to attack you again. As you climb back up, more or less, and then we're going to move on to Minir then.
I saw a bright light over there. I'm drifting another 15 feet towards the light.
Let's sure. So you kind of like bump Orin into the boat as you start moving before he's like all the way up and just like crashes into the side of it. As you do, you kind of like swinging and turning like this, and as you do, you like pass by and you see Seti, and you're like, oh. And Seti's just like, So, speaking of which, Bromsy, it is your turn.
Oh boy, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make it. Okay.
Dropsy cries.
I'm still like, do I try to distract him again? Because like I can't really do anything. I can't fight him as a bird. I have no attacks.
This is all your guys' plans. Well, not your plans. It's your choices. I got nothing.
Where exactly is Orin? Because I can't see.
Orin is currently hanging by a small translucent wire from the bottom of the bird, almost back on top of it. Well,
Okay.
not back on top of it, but like still like basically being carried by the bird.
Okay.
At short
What is the circle down there?
Oh, that is a sphere of fire.
Okay.
That is mere feet away from the bottom of where the bird just was.
I mean, if I drop out a bird, I could put in a firewall. Right? Yeah, wall of fire. 60 foot long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick.
And you'll draw that.
Or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter. Didn't realize that. Well, that's why I'm like trying to ascertain where the best place to put it would be, if that would actually be helpful.
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
Would that separate them?
I mean,
Maybe
You would risk
60.
catching us in the fire.
That's what
It
I
doesn't
thought. I
have
don't
to be
wanna
a
do
straight
that.
line either. You can curve it and
Oh, you can?
whatnot. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
like, you can hit that side of them, and the fire faces the outside.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 5 foot wide.
It would be that long. Because it's 60.
Mhm. Go ahead and draw it if you want to, because I don't want to get my pieces confused with your pieces.
Like you could
If it's the third thing, then there's just
circle it around them.
Yeah, okay.
As an example.
It couldn't get all of them, I think, because it's 20 foot diameter.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
like
you could do
I
something
could get
like
these.
this. Oh wait, that's a square. I don't want that. I just want to do a line. Freehand. So you
You're
can
just gonna-
basically do it like this. If you wanted. It doesn't have to be a line.
Well, yeah. But like I was saying, like 60 foot would still be like pretty long.
Yeah, you just have
So
to
they
go,
couldn't just like wrap around it.
5 foot. 2,
60 feet is probably also like what it is for the circumference of the circle. Probably is 60 feet. So would not
You know
surprise me.
what? Math, yeah, it would be about 60 feet. Okay. I will draw a shape. That'll be like, oh no, that's nope.
I do the free hand.
Yeah. Why is it green? I made it red, you jerk. I don't know. I'm sorry, I've never done this before.
I switched to the thing, and it just kept giving me back my pin instead of my selector. I was trying to just delete things. There you go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fire's on the other side.
Like that.
And as that flame comes up, do they take damage
no longer
instantly
a
for
bird.
being within 5 feet of it, or no?
That's a good question. Let me look again. Wall of fire. 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. The wall is opaque, lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d8 fire damage.
Dexterity saving throw for literally all of them.
Yep.
Okay, I can only do 5 at a time. So, one at the starting at the top left. That's a failure, success. What's the DC?
17.
And you said dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
That one succeed. And then what's the big boy? Yeah, he's not. He's also a failure. So roll full damage against big boy too. And then the last guy is success. So half.
Wait, are you rolling damage or am I rolling damage?
You roll damage. I'm just rolling.
Okay. What? Ooh, 31. That was pretty good.
31, huh?
7, 5, 6, 6, and 7. That's pretty good for D8s.
What?
Yeah. So as Bropsy transforms back into herself and lands almost like superhero landing style and just draws it as she's like landing through the air into the shape ahead of her, a wall of fire raises up in the snow. Now sort of collapse between this air wall over here and the firewall between them. There sort of creates this sort of current with the ice starts just billowing up and burning within the intensity of these two walls. And steam starts rising. And as a lot of these entities begin to burn, you will see as several of them start to run. Where's this one? Where's not this one? This one burns to death.
Oof.
Okay, that was a big move.
Look at me, I'm useful.
Big bird energy there.
Woo, caca, motherfucker.
All right. So Seti saw Orin swing by.
Mm-hmm.
Have I, at last turn I used my movement to kind of sneak around the upper deck and look for any sign of Zephyrite. Have I seen anything that would clue me in?
Okay, as you begin to move about the deck, make me an investigation check.
Natural 20, 25.
Okay, so you start to make your way, and as you do, you notice there's just a massive fucking hole in the top deck of this thing. So you can look straight down into what was originally the captain's cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there are all kinds of documents and stuff, and there is a long wooden box that is resting against the wall. And everything else in here is like frozen and icy. You can see frozen pages. That is not frozen.
The box isn't frozen?
The long wooden box is not frozen.
Interesting.
Everything else in here seems to be like more or less frozen solid. You can also see as you sort of drop in, I'm just going to say you drop in just to make things easier. You can see a little bit of blue light coming from the floorboards underneath it. Like you can see like a few, like the deck below might be where the engine room is. And then further out into it, you can see that there are a couple of young Yetis that are cowering in the far end of the ship, and there are a ton of barrels between you and them.
Barrels. Okay.
Yeah, they're hiding amongst barrels that have been like broken open. You can see like frozen fruit spread across the ground and some furs and other stuff. If you wanted to take some time to look around, you no doubt think you could find some treasures here.
I'm going to take that box that's not frozen and quickly just shove it into the bag of holding.
Sure.
And then I'm going to use the chisel to just pry up some of the floorboards so I can drop down into the engine room.
Yeah, so as you take the chisel, which you are now attuned to, by the way,
Yes.
and you place it into the ground, it cuts without any resistance. So you don't pry it. The second that the blade touches, it goes straight through the wood, and you can just carve a perfect square, and it'll just fall straight out. Bonus action, not even an action.
All right. Well, I drop down to the engine.
As you drop down, you find yourself. You see like right as the fire starts to spread ahead of you, and you notice the ship itself is starting to catch fire. You land on what is basically a strange sort of reactor. You yourself don't know how to make sense of it, but you see the other side of the crystal that Orin was pulling on with his telekinesis. It's surrounded by a bunch of different mechanisms. There's metal here. There's runes carved into the Zephyrite itself. Whatever it is, this seems to be what causes this thing to float. With your investigation check still running off this nat 20, you are aware that there are tubes that run to other sections, which probably have more pieces of Zephyrite, but this is like a big giant chunk of it.
Okay. I don't know how much action I have left. What's movement? What's bonus action? I assume the action was the investigation check.
Yes.
But I'm going to just start using the chisel to just cut off chunks. And
You do not have the energy to do that this turn.
okay, that's the plan, though.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so she is inside the ship. What are you guys doing on the outside of the ship? As we switch over to the Yetis. A lot of these motherfuckers are running. This guy's running. This guy's running. This guy's running. This guy, on the other hand, is going to push himself through the fire.
He will take damage for that.
Yep.
Another 5d8 and dex save. Actually, I don't know if it's a dex save if you just throw it.
Well, he's basically trying to leap himself over it, but yeah, I'm going to say it's a normal dex save for this just to make it easier, which is a success, so half damage.
Okay.
Unless it specifically says that if they touch it.
Says what, sorry?
If they touch the firewall, they just take damage, or what?
Deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the fireside or inside the wall.
Okay,
A
so you know,
creature takes that same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Oh no, it's currently affected by the fire, so it's moving through it because you put the fire.
Okay.
If it was affected by the first time, then it will move through it.
No, it's first time on a turn. This is its
Yeah.
turn. This is first time on this turn. Hitting the wall.
Ah,
That's
When it
each turn,
enters the wall for
each
first
turn.
time.
gotcha.
On a turn. Gotta finish that sentence.
All right, so he does do the thing, and he rolls the thing, so we're good. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Is that what you said, right?
22.
It is. They don't get a check.
It doesn't say so.
Okay. Okay. There's that. But he's going to move his way through, and he's going to clobber the little bird that keeps setting things on fire.
Cool.
The dex save only happens when the wall appears.
Gotcha. So he's just going to clobber him. Clobber time.
The response to the, oh my god, the ground's on fire.
But yeah, I don't see how you can get a dex save if you're walking through a wall of fire.
You trying to jump or move around it or through it or over it, whatever. Anyways, not a big deal. So, that is a 26 to hit.
Well, yeah. That fucking hits.
But does it have to hit?
That's 13 points of slashing damage
Cool.
and 8 points of cold damage.
Cool.
And that's a 23 to hit.
Ow.
For attack.
A second attack? Oh my god,
Mhm.
that hits too.
That is 13 points of slashing damage
Um,
and 6 points of cold damage. And he's also going to turn at the bird, who... Not the bird. Is the bird in range?
I mean, I'm like 40-ish feet up from wherever that top deck
Yeah,
is.
he climbed up to the... Yeah, I mean, I guess he doesn't really see anybody else. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
me?
Because you're the only person he can reach.
Wait, it was 13 and 6, right? For the second attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A con save?
Mm-hmm.
8?
You have inspiration. Roll a d8.
Oh. Forget about that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna want that.
Plus 6, so 12?
14.
14.
Math. I've been doing a lot of math, okay?
Okay. Unfortunately, that is still a failure.
What happened? Why was I doing that?
Because he has another ability that you guys, again, continuously have been out of range for.
Somebody inspired me. Do I get another D8 for that, or is that for a successive throw?
What does Inspire do?
Just gives another D8.
Just roll a d8. Sure.
Cool. Thank you. An 8! Woo!
Cool. You were about to take 6d6 cold damage and be paralyzed.
Oh, thank you so very much.
So you were basically about to be dead. Not dead, but unconscious.
Well, I would have
Very
used my
unconscious.
my shielding
Mhm.
breath. I would have used my breath for the first time. Which I probably should have done in the beginning of this round.
Yeah, you can retroactively do that if you want to. I mean, I don't
Can
know.
I? Oh wait,
Because you should know better. Well, if you don't have the actions.
well, I was reading it. And I was also trying to figure out like,
Because it's a reaction to use it, right?
yeah.
Talking about
Yeah,
the
you could have
plus
used
10
that.
AC.
Yeah, that's a plus 10
for one
AC.
round. But I was trying to figure out how many I'd get.
Yeah, you should have used that the second that thing.
Okay.
was
Can you
referred to.
answer my question so I can write it down? How many do I get per long rest? How do I edit this?
I believe it is equal to your proficiency bonus.
So I only get 4?
I think so.
Oh fuck.
You might be wrong.
Yeah, it's like those are all very strong things.
Yeah.
That's true, but I thought I
Yeah.
got more than that. Let's go. Okay.
Like plus 10 AC. That's more AC than some mages and stuff ever have.
Ever. Yeah. So yeah, if you use that turn didn't happen.
So
Like,
you have
it didn't hit
a
you at all.
number of breath points equal to 2 times your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
It's 8. It's even worse than that. Terribly powerful.
8 breath points.
But that one costs 2 or something?
No.
Nope,
No.
that one's 1.
Just for one turn.
Well, it should be only equal to your proficiency bonus. Somebody probably made me feel
No.
bad.
No.
Only 4 and
You
tried to
wrote that.
guilt me
It's
into
there. I
giving them
see
more.
it now.
Yeah.
You have other breaths here that cost like 3 or 6 breaths. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the reasons why I chose the protection.
Yeah. It's also
Uh.
insanely good. So yeah, you just don't get hit, right? What's your AC?
31.
21. Or 31 now, yeah.
31.
Or do I want to save that for next round?
No, that
No.
did not hit you. None of these hit you.
Okay.
Um,
I feel bad for wasting.
so as he slams down, he goes, and as he does, you guys look and you see there's air surrounding Bropsy, just like this big gust of air that just sort of created like this, almost like cocoon in front of her, and then it just bursts and dissipates and pushes him back. And
Perhaps he has a look of determination on her face. Try me, bitch. Like you see in all those animes.
Absolutely.
And then next turn, I will get tried and died.
So, with that, that is the Yeti's turn. I think the rest of them are gonna run.
Cool.
This boy's running too. They're just running.
Fortunately, Wall of Fire is also a concentration spell. So all
Meanwhile,
I can do to him on my next turn is shillelagh. I just bonk him.
as you guys,
Bad.
as you guys are doing this, suddenly there is a
Oh no. Oh no.
and you guys hear like a small humming noise,
Oh no.
and that's it.
Coming from.
Northeast.
Okay.
Oh, that's where Glass went, right?
Yep.
That is the direction Glass went.
Maybe.
Okay. It is Grim's turn. Grim moves the fire sphere on the boy. God, I hate this so much. I hate Roll20, guys. I really do.
It's a bitch.
Mm.
I can't do anything. I can't move objects that I click on. Like, what the fuck?
We just need that other stuff to get to the point where it's usable.
Mhm.
I don't even know. I can't even delete it. So I'm just gonna make more circles. I don't give a fuck. There you go. That guy's got a circle on him again. There you go. So he's gonna move it on to that boy, and then that boy's gonna have to
Well, right.
really matter roll damage.
Boop.
That's a success on his end though.
16.
16, so 8 points. Oh, speaking of which. Yeah, okay. Alright, after... that's fine.
The wind wall's gone, I believe, by the way.
Oh yeah, because he had 2 concentration spells up. Yep.
Yeah.
I was wrong about that. There's just got a lot going on. Alright, so that's the Yeti's Grim's turn. He's gonna go ahead and pull that guy up and put him on top of your back, and that's gonna be his turn. As he's like, no, finally Grim can do something. Orin.
My turn? I'm just gonna release the grapple and fall down into the ship
Mm-hmm.
and go in there with Seti and be like, let's get this thing. And then I'm gonna use the telekinesis to again attempt to like crack or break a big chunk off.
Make me an intelligence check with proficiency to do that. A little bit more difficult than just moving an object, just the force of strength to break
22.
something. 22. You start to make it sort of like pull in its chassis even more. Like it's not enough to break or crack it apart from itself, because it's harder to follow the fault lines, but you do see it like start to crack a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely starting to come under stress. Okay. That is going to be Orange's turn. Mitnir, you are a bird and you just lost one of your fellas.
Just gets lighter. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, you can drift even more now.
Gonna drift over where the fireball went.
Okay.
Just kind of like staring down at the Yeti and all the fire, just like
Kind of like
licking my lips, like, cooked meat.
yes. Okay.
I'm a giant scavenger right now. Come on.
That's why I polymorphed Mitnir into a giant eagle, because it really doesn't change anything.
Bropsy.
Wait, he's swooping on the Yeti?
No, I'm drifting over it because I still have Grim in one talon, and I've got probably a half-conscious person.
Oh, speaking of which, the guy that's I forgot he gets some text too.
He was
shot
healed.
above.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He can
so
be
that's-
healthy, doesn't mean he's fully functional.
I mean, it was just a little avalanche. She's not dead or nothing. Come on.
He puts an arrow in the back of the guy's shoulder. Back of the Yeti's shoulder. Yeti's looking pretty rough. Bropsy, what are you doing?
How is... Wait, can I move the wall?
Nope.
I didn't think so, okay. I feel like there's not really much of a purpose of shillelaghing him. How does like blocking work in D&D?
Blocking?
Is that a thing?
You can take a defensive stance,
Uh,
which will, I believe, increase your AC. What's it called?
It gives them disadvantage when attacking.
Gives them disadvantage on attacking you. It's kind of like patient defense, but you use your action to do that instead.
I feel like if I drop the wall, the other ones are just gonna come back.
I would not drop that wall of fire.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the ship is
So I
starting to
have to-
catch fire, where it is not permafrosted.
So it's called dodge action.
Ah, okay. I mean... Yeah?
Or you can do it, disengage as an action and move away from him.
Mm-hmm. That'd be good.
You have a lot of options. You also have 7 more
I
breath
should
points.
heal myself for sure.
Did you ever
Uh,
undo the damage you had already taken?
Oh wait, yeah, I don't need to heal myself. I'm full.
Yeah, you
Thank
should
you.
be at full health almost. Yeah,
Okay,
full health.
no heals. Okay, we're good. I mean, he's just gonna attack you guys if I disengage.
Well, we're in the ship.
In the ship. He just watched you go in though. Like there weren't no stealth about it. You did it right next to him. He just slid right in the ship, dropped inside, and went through the hole she had already made in the deck.
I don't know if he can fit in the way I went.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big
Okay.
boy.
But yeah, Nikita, if you could just
Can I call out for somebody to aid me in fighting this guy and then defend?
it's a free action. Yeah.
I think that's smart. I don't think I can take him alone, but
So
I
you
don't
guys-
want him to go inside the ship after everyone
Yeah,
else.
you can always yell to your party members. You can always yell whatever you
Someone
want.
help!
Is there anything you'd like to do, or just going to take a dodge action?
Well, Chad has a good idea. Is there any way I could like knock him back into the firewall?
That's a good question. With your
Is
tiny
he still
little,
in the firewall or is he out?
he's
still-
technically out by the way I would have made it. Like he
Okay.
would get up there and again, there's so many fucking things I can't move things. He would get up directly on top of you. Is what, you know what I'm saying? He would move past it and then attack you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's what he would actually do. The problem is that we have so many bodies. People are birds and shit. We got like 8 levels of fucking
Okay,
garbage going
I just
on.
call out for help and I defend.
Okay, dodge action.
Dodge action.
I do that.
Okay. Steady.
It's still bonus action shillelagh if you wanted.
Oh, I
Mm,
can. Okay.
Might as
Well,
well get that shillelagh up.
ready a shillelagh.
Yeah.
Steady.
Alright, so I'm going to carve off chunks of the.
How big?
Small enough to handle and fit into the bag of holding, but.
So how big is the opening of your bag of holding?
I don't know, the normal one is 2 feet.
Okay, so let's say that you want it to be 2 feet or less.
I mean, that's a big chunk still, 2 foot wide.
Yeah, it's a big chunk. It's probably going to be like 100 pounds of crystal.
Yeah, so I just start carving chunks and just tell Orin, like, just get them in the bag.
So just between the two of you, telekinesis / or just huffing it with your. What are you going to do? Use your telekinesis or just keep huffing it?
Yeah, I'll telekinesis. So she's carving and I'll telekinesis it into the bag.
Yep, cool. Yeah, go ahead and make me attack rolls with your
With the chisel?
light splitter. With light splitter.
That's a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
You carved out a dolphin. How'd you do that?
Yeah. What shape would you like to carve these out into? Roll your attack. Roll your damage.
The damage is 13.
Plus.
More than that.
Plus
There's radiant hit.
maximum radiant 12.
So what's the total?
25.
That's 25 damage, and then you follow it up with the hammer,
Yes.
which you could also, by the way, if you want to do the chisel impact for the automatic critting, which would double your damage.
Sure. So the
So
Is there
The
automatic
hammer
crit?
is-
What?
The hammer's 1d8.
so
Bludgeoning.
the hammer was a 20 to hit,
she can burn a point to do that.
and then 8,
Ah,
8
cool.
points of bludgeoning for the hammer.
So you just went stab and then slammed the hammer against the crystal as well.
Yeah. And then
All right.
can I still do a charge thing, or is that?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
You can either choose to.
I can either
Wait,
do a
instead-
charge or I can do the
You can,
hammer.
or do the second hammer. So you basically, what the first one is you use a hammer and then you slam it
No, I got
onto the chisel and
it.
you
I got
spend a
it. I
charge.
got it. I got it. I
So it's up to you how you want to do that, or you can hold the charge.
Okay, so the hammer blow automatically crits and deals an additional 1d6. Okay, so the additional 1d6 is 5, and then the
And it's a crit, so the whole thing's doubled. Minus the bonus damage that's added. Everything rolled is doubled.
Okay, so the d8 is doubled. So that's 18 points, I think, total for that. Because I rolled 2d8, which was...
You were at 25 damage. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Are you using the charge?
Yes.
Okay, so as you do nigh on close to 50-ish, 50-something points of damage, which would be, I guess, to about where you were, you slam the thing into it, and as you do, you watch as the entire crystal cracks. As the energy washes over it, it starts to resonate for a moment, and then it just basically shatters into dozens of pieces.
Okay.
So, or you can easily get about as much as you want of that into the bag.
Yep.
Well, the bag does have a weight limit, so we can only get
That's
about
correct.
500 pounds.
Well,
into it.
that's if it
I
was.
mean, they
As
could
if it was empty.
How much weight is your bag,
use
babe?
mine too.
Well, you're not in the room at the moment, so...
Mm-hmm. Maybe you could like hold some chunks in your hands and shove it in mine when you come back
I
up.
don't have much in my bag.
Mhm.
You have a weight limit listed for your special bag?
No,
I don't
I never
think it was
got
edited.
a specific build.
I told them
for-
to you at the time, you just never wrote them down.
Well, the only
I
thing
didn't
in my
make
the only thing in my bag right now is gold watch, silver spectacles, fist-size opal, pouch of hard drugs, and notes from the zombie temple,
And that
What?
random unfrozen box.
and the new box I just got.
Yeah, so you could
Hard
probably
drugs?
put
We need
a
to have a
lot in
talk.
there. All right, so for
More
now,
party.
I'm going to say it's a double-sized bag as far as weight capacity goes. So you could potentially carry 1,000 pounds.
Okay, well, we don't need that much, but whatever we can get within the next round,
Okay,
as long as it's at least 300.
so
I mean, if we're getting more than 300,
Yeah.
we will.
all right, so that was Seti's turn. The Yeti is still freaking out about this bird and is going to smack the living shit out of it. Disadvantage.
Seti and the Yetis.
Fail your
are really
natural
good at
one,
I
and a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Yep, you're fine. He missed.
However, he will attempt to do the thing that he didn't do before because that was still supposed to happen. Because that's oh wait, no, that would be a failure, automatic success because you saved last time with the help of chat saved your ass.
Mhm. Thank you,
I
chat.
was- Oh man. Okay. So, fuck. He just freaks out. He goes, and he jumps off of it. He tries to hit you once, tries to hit you twice, jumps off of it into the ship and disappears. The ship that's on fire.
When he jumps into the ship?
He jumps into the ship.
Okay.
He breaks, and you can like see like the bit of whatever like sort of material was used for the balloon part that was on top. He just like gets underneath it, starts moving stuff around. You can hear a bunch of clattering and clanging. Meanwhile, you guys hear in the distance. Grim's turn. Grim says, I do not know what to do now. He is
Can
gone.
we infer what those sounds are?
You can infer however you like what those sounds are.
Like, can we? Do they sound familiar? What? Can we do anything?
Make me a nature check.
Probably has to happen on people's turns.
Oh well, nothing about this is natural. I got a 5. Okay, I have no idea. Keep going.
Truly unnatural. Grim will cast. I don't know what Grim will cast. I honestly don't know what he would do here. This is like driving me nuts. 'Cause-
Um,
Because pretty much all the targets have disappeared.
No.
And he's currently being suspended in the air. So he's going to hold his action and he's going to throw.
He could wild shape if he has any left, and also be a bird. to help
Yeah,
out
he's
with
going to
carrying
wild shape into a fucking bird. He's going to say, no more carrying me. And then he will swap and start carrying the other guy. And he will also be a bird. Bird. Bird.
Is that what he says? He goes bird, and then he puffs out wings.
And he's going to pick up Bropsy
Okay.
and carry Bropsy.
Oh,
And-
okay.
He say, come on, bird. Make sure you're
Mine is
okay.
being carried.
All right. So that's that. Oren.
they're shoving pieces in the bag.
Okay. Roll me a D100 and multiply it by 10.
Oh boy. Oh, 18 times 10, so 180.
You get 180 pounds into the bag this turn
All right.
with your action. You see, he's just. And into the bag using his telekinesis.
Seti's just like frantically as they're both doing this, like, you get out of here. I've got the wrist.
Okay, Mitnir.
Drifts right over here. And is only about 10 feet above that cooked Yeti.
Nice. Bromsy. You're currently being carried by Mitnir. Or not Mitnir,
Yep.
Grim. What would you like to do?
Like I'm just doing that little like slow spiral down.
I can't do anything. My concentration is still on the wall.
Yep.
Can't do a melee. I have my reaction if something happens.
Okay. Seti.
Holland Zephyrite.
Roll a D100 at disadvantage
Ah,
and multiply it by 10.
why?
Because
'Cause
you are not
I'm
as
not as
strong as his
strong.
telekinesis.
It's heavy, bro.
Oh no. How do I stop? No, okay. D100.
How do I stop putting stuff in the bag? I don't know.
Okay. No. So 45, so 450.
That's with disadvantage?
That's with disadvantage.
Jesus Christ. So you're like
She hulks out.
and you look at Seti and Seti's like,
She's
what
just
are you
shoveling-
doing?
she's
And she just like running forward with the bag, just dragging it over things, and like the weight's disappearing. She's just using the bag to swallow chunks of Zephyrite.
Okay.
And I don't have the bag. I can't do that.
And I use my movement to get the fuck out of there.
And how the vacuum was invented in this world.
All right, as you guys begin to pull away and begin to make your way outside, you see the large Yeti grabbing smaller Yeti children under his arms, yells at you, and then sort of runs off into the night. He has several on his back and under
I
his
got
arms,
my fire. I feel so bad now.
and they take off. The whole thing is burning. You guys are technically not in combat at the moment, but in the distance you do hear.
Something's happening.
Does anybody else have any idea what that could be? You think that's glass?
It's getting slightly louder.
We got to get out of here. We just have to
I'm
get out.
gonna grab Seti and then grapple whatever Mitnir, I guess, is closest.
No,
Yeah.
Mitnir's landed at this point.
Yeah, he just like hits the middle of the ship, middle
just,
deck, and he just
run to Mitnir.
yeah, Mitnir's picking at the body of a
Of
If
the
he's
Yeti.
that
burnt
close,
To
Yeti.
the rings. We have to
Then
get
I'm
out of
gonna-
here.
hop on Mitnir, jump off Mitnir, and grapple Grim and go up to that bird.
Grim's already carrying
Just
Propsy and the
Kind of
ranger.
squawks like, what the
All right.
fuck?
No, the ranger.
as
is
you
on
guys
Mitnir.
Yeah.
as you guys are continuing to try to evacuate. Oh, it's not actually a good use for randomizing. Let's use the D100 again. That's more fun.
I gotta get up to Grim's bird to level out the weight.
I gotta go to this there. You guys hear? And there's kind of like a clacking echo as something steps onto the ledge
Mm-mm.
and looks forward out over all of you. You see this massive 25-foot tall goat-like creature with black hooves. Its entire body is sort of mangled in the way that it moves. It doesn't look dissimilar from Northought, but it's ganglier, pitch black. It has 6 eyes, and they're all light blue, giving off this slight air. And as it looks over, it goes.
But he's just still screaming in the ring. Go, go, go!
As soon as I see that thing pop into range, I'm gonna try and realm shatter it.
Okay, go for it.
So it has to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. What? Oh, it's low on wisdom.
What is my DC? That's what I need to figure out. What would my DC be? Based off of my wisdom?
Mm-hmm. It's your it says it on there. Doesn't it?
Oh yeah, based on your wisdom. Okay, so how do you figure out spell DC? Is it 8 plus
8 plus
proficiency?
proficiency plus your
plus
wisdom modifier. Yeah.
So that'd be a 16.
16. Okay. 16. That's a failure.
Sweet.
So as you go into Realm Shatter it will clock you as you build the energy up, and you guys can see like racking over his body as he gestures forward. Like there's just like this ripple of like fractal glass with just all these different colors across Orin's arm. And as he looks and reaches out towards this thing as a reaction, the thing also reaches out and looks towards him and goes, and it's going to get one off on you as well. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh baby. Uh-oh. 15.
That is a failure. You will take his stuff, but he will also get zoinked. You will take... Ooh, that's actually really lucky for you. 6 plus 13 points of necrotic damage. You are frightened.
I'm resistant to that.
You are frightened as this thing points its finger at you, and as it does, and it does this, and as it disappears and goes, you feel fear pour over your body. You begin to shake uncontrollably, and you're paralyzed. But it does. You guys watch as what looks to be a rip in space appears behind it, and it just goes and sucks straight into this thing. It's like lights just pushing into it, and just you watch as this massive form just gets sucked into this tiny little rip. And then how long is it gone?
It doesn't specify a time that it's gone.
So then it would just be 6 seconds. It's the turn then. So you just slam it on the ground. Yep. It did fail. Oh, wait. It's not legendary resistances. Nah, I'm not worried about it.
35 psychic damage.
35 points of psychic damage. All right. And as you do this, it slams itself onto the ground. It lands and begins moving itself back up again. And with that, we'll go ahead and end our session. We'll pick it up there next time with you guys either going to escape or not going to escape. We could just do it this session, but honestly, we're right on about time.
I mean, yeah, like I could play another 15 minutes if we wanted to, but I don't know that we'd get somewhere better. So.
Yeah. So I think we just go ahead and stop there for today. Sorry I'm leaving it, like, not even on a cliffhanger, but I feel like I'm leaving you in the lurch, but...
Well, you'll keep us on the edge of our seats for another week.
Yeah, on the edge of your seats as this thing arrives at the edge of the rocks, gets immediately zapped away, and you watch as Orin goes catatonic. So we'll see you guys.
Did he realm shatter me as well?
No, he did something called Finger of Doom.
Oh, he did something else. Okay.
He fingered you.
He fingered you with doom. He fingered you with doom.
It's fine.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope you had a good week and have a great weekend. And remember. It is rolls. He's so bad at taking cues, you guys. I should know this after 15 years together.
Thank you, Gagnor President, for not letting me die.
Yes.
Thanks
Bye,
for
everybody.
checking it out, guys.
See you next
Bye.
time.